There you go.
Awesome. Okay, it's recording. Good job, Summer. Way to be the host. Okay. All right, guys. So good job, Summer. Okay, so we're going to get going, you guys. So actually, Summer, that's a good thing you're the host because she had this great idea to do this as a team call tonight. So I'm super excited for her suggestion because I really like this idea a lot. So I'm excited to just kind of chat with you guys about it. I wrote down a bunch of stuff today, thinking about it, things we've done in the past that are kind of similar to this, and what I have seen that's worked and that maybe hasn't worked, and would love just a discussion, kind of some suggestions from you guys too, some ideas, thoughts. So as you guys saw, kind of the gut health party and the little graphic that I also posted. That's very simple. You can use that if you want on all of them or make your own. But one thing, let me tell you guys, one thing that I love about this is because many of you have heard and many of you have seen that have been with me for a long time. This is a lot of how I built my business, was doing a lot of this. Not necessarily tailored towards the gut health, but I love that. And I love the idea of this, but tailored towards actually doing what we called back then, we just kind of called them opportunity meetings, is the only name we had for them. Home parties. We just kind of went and talked about Plexus, what we knew, and that was about it. And signed people up, and people became customers, ambassadors like crazy with going in person or doing them more tailored, you guys, I have found, to that particular ambassador. And, for them actually inviting people to their home. And I think one of the reasons is because we just had a lot of good success. We had a lot of great success with doing big open meetings too, don't get me wrong. But I really found a lot of success in the ones that I would have an ambassador that would sign up and they wanted to have a get together. And so I was like, okay, let's invite people to your house or to a location if they didn't want to do it at their house. But a lot of times at their house, people are comfortable, their friends and family come over. We just have a get together. It was always such a great turnout. I still do them. I'm doing them these last few months, have been just really good for at people's homes. And they love it because, like I said, I think that there's just something about them coming over to your home, your friends and family. And people here are doing crazy things with the parties, the Norwex parties. You guys have been to a lot of those, a lot of, the Gold Canyon, parties. Some people like them, some don't, but there's still a lot of those going on. So this is kind of different because we don't really have a product that we're selling, so people don't feel pressured to come. It's more of information. That's why I love the gut health thing. So one thing that I liked about this is she talked about how she focused on her local customers and her local ambassadors. But I don't want to limit you guys to that because, like, for me, having so many ambassadors and customers in different places that I literally have to drive 3+ hours. So a lot of times Zoom is a great option, as you guys, some of you have heard me talk about before, when you can Zoom in to that ambassador, to their actual home, and they have a laptop that's hooked up by an HDMI cord to their TV. Or even just if they have a good sized computer screen and can put that in the front of where their guests are sitting behind it, it's great. It can be very simple. But the cool thing about that is if you have somebody that's a little bit of a distance from you, you can still offer this, okay? So I wanted you guys to keep your mind open on that. But I love that she's focusing on her ambassadors and her customers. And the reason is the one that she posted, you guys, her first party was actually for a customer, and 3 people joined, and that customer upgraded to wholesale. So they upgraded to become an ambassador. So that customer instantly became silver and is now sharing about the products. And that is what I have found that has happened so much within my journey is, of course, those customers. If you are sharing the products and the business with people that they know and they're thinking, hey, those are my friends, they quickly decide they want to become an ambassador because they want to benefit from that. So she saw how excited those people were to become an ambassador, And so boom, she thought I could make a little extra income off of this. So like she said, it's a $75 instant, because if they sign up as an ambassador and they order the triplex welcome pack, that's typically $25 per for you as a bonus. And then you get the $100 because they purchased the welcome pack. You get the $100 bonus for becoming silver. So that person on a typical month gets that $175. This month, of course, that's doubled. So that's $275 that they get, which we have 9 days left on that. So I think crunch time is the best thing for this. But letting them know that, boom, you get $175 between, because those weekly bonuses are going to be weekly, and then they're going to get their silver bonus, and then they may get more. They may get above that $175, right? But what is cool is they instantly see how the potential of earning that money is and how easy that was to get those 3 people. So, Summer, you may have to mute too on. Yeah. And then, so what I like about that too is because it really shows the customers, not only the ambassadors, the potential of being able to share these products and to get them an instant check in their hands, to show them the potential of, oh my gosh, sharing with people. People are interested. How exciting is that, you guys? So you can't limit it to the ambassadors. That's what I really liked about this as well. She's also talking about the customers, your customers. Now, these are some things that I thought of. When your customer, of course, encouraging them like she did with her customer upgrading to an ambassador and immediately becoming silver. If that customer, for some reason, does not want to sign up as an ambassador, and they're like, hey, you just take my people, then great, right? But I always feel it's great to offer that customer something for their products next month. So even if it's an extra 20 bucks, you know, hey, I will give you a $20 bonus towards your products next month, towards your order next month or this month, depending on whatever time you're doing this, for having this and giving you 3 people. You know, that's just kind of that little extra incentive for them. But if they sign up as an ambassador, boom, they're going to get paid from Plexus. So really, that's a win-win. And so this gal, she talks about what she said in her comments. They asked her what products does she talk about. She makes this kind of quick. So she does the triplex, the Ease, the X Factor Plus, and the children's vitamin. And she does do a PowerPoint, which you don't have to do that, but if you want to, we have them there for you. But everybody's kind of asked for her PowerPoint too, but we have one that's very similar. But she really talks about the dysbiosis, and then she covers the 5 products. She talks about her personal story, and then she talks about how to buy to become a customer or an ambassador, and talks about the difference. That's it. Now, the cool thing too that she does is she takes forms with her. She made up these forms that have details on becoming a customer and becoming an ambassador. And then below, it's the information for them to fill out that they would typically fill out signing up as an ambassador or a customer. What she does is she has them fill that out, and then she takes it home with her and she signs them up herself under that host. So if that host wants to be an ambassador or is an ambassador, she helps take those home, and then boom, just does it for them. Then she sends them their login info. Of course, she friends them on Facebook, then sends them their login info, and she actually sends them their starter info too, to get them started, and helps with that process. So that's something I'd like your guys' opinion on that. One thing, it kind of, it's easy for them to do, you know, but I always kind of like, hey, if you have a computer sitting there, to do it with them before they leave too, is a lot of what we have done. Let's get you signed up right now. Let's do it together. A lot of times people don't want to give you their personal info. Sometimes they do. So, you know, kind of see what you guys think on that. That's what she's been doing. And I'd like to that she offers, if they bring a friend, that they get to take home a free sample. So this is what, like, because this is very duplicatable. This is easy for anybody to do. She's not offering anything that not a brand new ambassador can do when they first sign up, because hopefully they've got, you know, some slim that, boom, they've got some people that are interested. Hey, will you have a party for me? And she can bring some slim. If not, probably your sponsor will help out with that as well. But what a great little incentive. Bring a friend, I'll give you a free sample to take home. That encourages people to bring a sample. And then she talks a little bit about the referrals too, on if they, you know, if they have people there that also want to host a party, how to do kind of the referral. And there was a lot of different suggestions going on in the comments about that. So I'd like to get kind of your guys' suggestions and thoughts on that as well. Because it is kind of that referral based. You could really, hey, if there's people there and they just want to become a customer, hey, let's do another party and maybe offer them some type of an extra bonus, like that $20 off or something for their products the next month. Or you know, a free product or whatever. Get them to try a new product, something product based. So let's see, that's kind of okay. And then the other cool thing too about it, you guys, this month is you get the extra $50 too for helping your level ones go silver this month. So like I said, you've got 9 days of this month to even double this, to make it even that much better and to really run with this. My thoughts are, oh my gosh, if you guys could get, you know, some of your ambassadors or customers to commit to doing this and get them to sign up 3 people, and then boom, right away too, I think getting them the old fashioned way. Some people like this, some don't, but hey, let's book a party while you're at this one. Let's book one. Let's get you some friends at yours, tell them the details. Let's do this. Boom, you get 3 people. You guys could do this in 9 days and get some extra bonuses as well as helping them get at least $275, which is the extra bonus this month. So don't discount this month as well. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, questions on this. So unmute you guys and let's talk about it a little and see what you guys think, your questions or anything on what you want to talk about.
I'm super curious about like her materials, like what the PowerPoint looks like, what the handout thing looks like, and who exactly it is you're talking about, because you keep saying she, her.
She actually, it's Rachel Keenan, and I don't know her real well. Keenan. But I don't know her really well. But it was like, let me see if I can find where she's from. But she, I mean, it was brilliant. I was like, the gut health thing. She's in Australia. That's pretty cool. So that's probably why I don't know her very well. But yeah, it just went viral on the Jules page because it was just so creative. So yeah, Summer, I know everybody asked, can you upload your PowerPoint to that? Because I thought how simple it is. She's keeping it with just talking about the dysbiosis, covering more of the gut health, you know, on that, those products that really talk about the gut health, and then boom, her story. And then she's just going into customer versus ambassador. How can we get you signed up? And that's it. And then she's done. So to me, shoot, that's 20-30 minutes, you know, and making it quick, which I think is good too, because that gets people there to your, you know, to that host's home. You know, they don't have to be there for an hour. They may, because the discussion might go longer, you know, as you and I have seen. And then the forms, I would like to get a hold of the forms too, Summer, to see and I have not seen her upload any of those yet. I don't know if she will for sure, but you could totally create that too on talking about the customer versus ambassador, and then all of the stuff that we have to have in order to sign them up. And then maybe give them that option. Hey, if you would like, I can go home. I'll take all these forms home, get everybody signed up, send you your login info, you know, when all of your details when I'm done. You know, it's one option. The only reason I like them doing it is because then they learn how to do it too for their future, you know, ambassadors that they sign up. So But it does definitely get them committed is one thing. When they're there, if they got to fill out that form, they're committed. They're going to sign up,
Mm-hmm.
as either a customer ambassador. If they give you your information, then you take it home and you do that. I mean, they're good to go. So,
I like the idea a lot. I like the idea of starting off on that foot with the gut health stuff, and that being the biggest piece of education. That whole health and happiness thing that we do, that whole microbiome support thing that we do, starts to make sense to people. And if I just feel this way, like if we are presenting it to them in this way, they're going to turn around and do the same thing when it's their turn. And I think that education is incredibly important. I mean,
totally.
I've totally seen a shift in people's perspectives over the years. We don't sell as much Slim Accelerator combo as we used to. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So I think that, starting off on that foot is kind of a cool thing. I like that she's keeping it really simple. And signing people up for them with the forms and stuff. I could go either way with it.
Yeah.
Allison Barreau has a great video out about how she will send someone in a personal message, like a list of things that she needs to sign them up, and she will do it herself. And I have started to do it that way, and it's seamless. And you don't have subscription issues anymore. You don't have, it's easy, and people are excited, and they would rather have you do it because they don't want to fumble around with the website. So it is truthfully less work. And so interesting that that's happening a little bit in person at Sip and See's type events. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Try it. So I have a Sip and See on Friday. So yeah, can we find these forms?
Yes, I will. And I'll help you too. We'll work on, if I can't get her PowerPoint, we'll work on one together, because I can help and we can put one together too.
That'd be cool.
If you want to go that route, or even like I said, even if you don't have the PowerPoint too, just opening the catalog and talking about those specific products, with the catalog too.
We were going to go based on catalog. And so maybe that's the route we do go.
Totally, Summer. I think it kind of depends on the setting too. You know what I mean? Because like, to me, it just seems like I love the presentations. Don't get me wrong. I've done, how long I've done them.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can actually be sitting around with those people, either around the kitchen table or around on the couch, just everybody lounged around, and you're just part of them with the catalog out and talking to them about it, to me, it just seems more relaxed, more comfortable, not so, a little less professional at a home gut health party.
I completely agree. And I feel like you get more connection with people that way. I think that you get more truthful information from people, and people want to commit more because they have that basis of relationship with you. So I like it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, like you said, the truthful information, I think you'll get a lot more questions, a lot more people that will really be wanting to know information, because you're on their level. You're sitting down with them, you're talking with them on their level down, and just, hey, let's just have a little chat, a little conversation, So I think that's great.
I feel like you could probably take that that PowerPoint that we do for the opportunity meeting and basically start at slide 5 or whatever, where I talk about the triplex or whatever, but basically that is basically about the weight loss component. But you could definitely kind of take that and tailor it to more of the gut health benefits that you have. What I do, and I have a gut health party on Thursday, and I'm simulcasting it with Faith, who is 10 hours away. So and I basically, I don't do a presentation. I just have all the products laid out, and then I just say, okay, what are your health concerns? And then we just talk about it. And inevitably, somebody else has the same problem or compounding issue or whatever. And so then we talk about all of it. And a lot of times they end up getting more things because something that I've said to somebody else ends up being something that triggers okay, I want that too,
Right.
So I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really ever do a presentation of any sort. I just basically, my parties are open doors, so come and go as you please. But before you go, I have 2 laptops available, and we sit down and we sign them up right then and there. I don't let them leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not leaving. You're not leaving until we're done with this situation.
The door is locked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job,
Perfect.
But it knocks down their anxiety about having to deal with the back office, and it really just helps them that when that well, why do you need my social security number, when that pops up, I can right then and there say it's for tax purposes only, don't worry about it, let's do this.
It's in case you make $10 million this year, that's why we need it.
Yeah.
Summer, we'll put that in.
That's exactly what I tell everybody. It's in case you make $1 million by December. That's
I
why.
love that. We should put that parentheses next to the social security number.
Yeah. They're like, oh, okay.
Sign me up. Here's my social. Love that. Yes. And what I'll do is I'll see if I can't message her and see if she could send me the form that she has. And if not, I'll just work on creating one for us and have you guys proof it and add stuff to it until we get it perfected for our team. And then,
I'm liking the customer versus ambassador. Pick a thing right now. Here's the difference. What do you want?
What do you want? Exactly.
I'm liking that. Kind of just condensed and quick and duplicatable, like you said.
Totally. And creates that urgency, too. It's not like we're pressuring them, but hey, if you're interested, let's do this, yeah. So I will work on that and see what I can find out. And then, I was thinking too on, gosh, even the people that if they sign up as a customer, that was the one thing I was thinking about. If people don't sign up as an ambassador for the host, if they don't get 3 people that one's just like, I want to be a customer, or all 3 of them want to be a customer. So I figured out, you guys, even if 3 of them were preferred and they did the triplex, nothing else but the triplex, no extra, if they did the X Factor Plus, that's a huge bonus. So they would earn almost $54 commission if they were an ambassador. And if they had, say, 4 orders of the triplex, so say their products were obviously included in there in that total PV for the month of at least a triplex combo, that's $127 in commission. So there was one thing I was, because it's sharing, like she shares with them, you're going to get $75 plus a bonus, from Plexus. But if they don't have those 3 people that sign up as an ambassador, still, hey, if you are ordering the triplex every month and you get those 3 people, at least 3 people to become preferred customers, that's at least $127 in commissions, not counting their preferred bonuses. So that's a pretty good, chunk of change that's still going to help them buy their triplex next month, So either way, it's a win-win, I think, too. So any other questions, discussions, you guys, of anything on that?
I had a question.
Yes, Emily, go for it.
My kids are being loud. I was just wondering, what the sample was that they go home with for bringing a friend. Is it it's a stick, or is it 3 or 7? I don't know.
She did. They asked, and she said it depended on how many people showed up to the party.
Okay.
So, but she was doing, if they got 3 people and they each brought a friend, she was doing 3 sticks of Slim for each of them. So it was kind of just like a 3-day trial pack.
Okay.
But it really depends, Emily. There was discussion on that. It depends on the ambassador too. If you can only do 1 stick of Slim, per that guest, that's okay too. They're leaving with something, which a lot of times in our past opportunity events, they came and they drank the Slim. And then we would always do door prizes. That's one thing that we always did, was kind of door prizes. And then, people would win maybe a free bottle of ProBio 5 and different things like that. But that kind of happened after, you were an ambassador for a little while. So like even one stick of Slim for each guest is great because they are leaving with something to try if that guest isn't a customer or ambassador, you know?
I just have a vision of like a stick of Slim tied to a water bottle with a ribbon.
Perfect, Emily. And I think though that is a great idea. Great. And they have the little labels too you can print off, Emily, that are so cute that go around a water bottle that just has the info of the little stick of Slim.
Yeah.
You can always stick those. You can buy them. They're pretty cheap for a bunch of them, and you can stick them on a water bottle and then put your little stick of Slim. But you can do the stick of Slim and the ribbon and the water bottle. I think that's excellent. I like it.
Sorry to be redundant.
No, that's perfect, Emily. That's a great question too. I appreciate you asking that very much. I know other people were probably thinking the same thing. So I think it's personalized to however you guys want to do it. And it could be trial and error too. You know, the first one you do, see what you think. Then, hey, well, I want to up my game on that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that much, or, you know, and you kind of learn. It's what I did. I learned a lot as I did them. And each one of them was different. So on how I would have done it. But I think the genius idea too here is booking from that particular party too, is getting another one scheduled right away with those people. And like we've always taught, like Summer said, duplication is if that ambassador is new, that's your host, and they sign up 3 people, you know, scheduling those 3 people their gut health party right away and helping them with maybe the next 1 or 2 to teach them, and then letting them do, you know, the 3rd one if they're comfortable, and then just keeping it going from there. And that's what you want to do, is you want to just keep booking those and train your ambassadors to book their gut health party. So like we were saying, Summer and Serena, totally, it's duplicatable. You don't have to do a presentation. You know, you just get a bundle of those catalogs ordered in the back office. I really recommend those because those are such a great tool. And then it's got all the products too, and you've just got everything right there. So you don't have to do the whole presentation. Now, if you've got somebody that's a little bit of a distance from you, you know, and you need to zoom in, obviously you can go about it, you know, with a presentation sometimes is a little bit better, or you can just kind of sit there and talk and hold up the products. I mean, I've done that several times before. So kind of some different ways there too. Anybody else? Questions or anything? Megan, what's your thoughts?
Sorry, I muted myself when my
You're
kid. I like the idea of a gut health party and making that the focus. And I like the idea of keeping it simple and not feeling like you have to go over every product and everything. And
Exactly.
I like that. And then the booking the parties is a good idea too. I've never done it, but that's a really good idea.
It is.
Every starts, you want them to set up some sort of launch party thing, whatever, but it takes you forever to get them to actually schedule it. If you schedule it that night when they're excited.
Yep.
Yeah. I like it.
Too, Megan. I think absolutely. That should be something on our forums too, even, you know, when do you want to book your next, you know, when do you want to book your gut health party or something too? Could be there.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay. I do too. And I like the idea of reaching out to the customers too. Thank you, Megan. Reaching out to the customers and having them, you know, asking them if they would do it for you. I think that's great. I think even non-customers, I mean, even, you know, going as far as reaching out to friends that maybe you've been bugging for a long time and they just won't do it yet. And it's like, hey, but will you support me? Would you? You know, I cannot tell you how many Norwex parties I get invited every week, you guys, in Little Wilcox. So I've got some cleaning supplies, all right? I'm good. I bought plenty of them from everybody here.
And each one of those people owes you a party.
I know. So I know people are going, you know, that's the thing is people they will do it. Oh, and what I was going to tell you guys too is the one that she had talked about also. Let me find that picture again and I'll read that to you. Okay. So she said one of her future party hosts, so she didn't have the party yet for her. She created an event for 2 weeks time, so ahead of the party. And 7 people have joined her team because they couldn't make her actual party. And it's next weekend, and she now has a team of 12 people already. She calls it her accidental business. Like, nice. But that was another suggestion that she had one. So each of them have been kind of different that she's learning too. But this one decided to create an event for those people that couldn't come. She created that event, and boom, I don't know if she I'm assuming probably posted a little bit about those products, the gut health, stuff, which a lot of us do. But that is a lot of what I see too with, like these Norwex parties and all that stuff that's going on, that I'm in tons of those groups, and which they add you to the group without asking you. Don't do that. It drives me nuts. But, they are signing, getting people to sign up within that event prior to, if they can't show up. So I think I don't know. I think it's a great idea. Libby, what about you? Thoughts, questions, suggestions?
I hope that we don't have another website change anytime soon, but when you have signed up people and made it convenient, it's really hard when you have website change and you have people that have been so used to signing people up that now they have to create a new username and password, and the only way that they can get access to that is through that person's email address. And so I just truly am a believer on walking them through the process. Even though it takes more time and it's not as convenient, they feel more in control. And that, I think, is truly important because they have the access to log on, know how to get there. You've helped them do it. And so I personally go that route.
Yeah.
And then for most of my team, we have switched our presentation a lot to go off of a gut health also and talk about the garden at first. And we do not focus on all of the products. Yep. We do have them there in case, that comes up in conversation.
Exactly.
But, we mainly go off of the Triplex, X Factor, Mega X, and then we do add in Vital Biome because that's part of the gut health thing. So Emily is going to be having her first official Sip and See at her home next weekend, and she's got a really fun idea that she's doing of a bingo game according to them paying attention.
Oh, where did you go, Libby? There you are.
I'll come in.
Okay, you're good. Go for it.
So according to our conversation, she's just got some fun little things that she's going to do there, which is going to be really neat because that'll be the first time that we've done that.
Fun.
And I do feel like we've had more success at home, at people's homes, than we have when we have rented out, like a hotel lobby or a room or something of that nature. So
I agree,
interesting.
Libby. Yeah, it is. It's totally, Libby, and it's something that, thank you, Libby, too, for that feedback. Like I said, I don't know how many times Mandy and I, especially here, did a whole lot of them, and we learned that we would go, and thankfully we learned that we started doing them at restaurants instead of hotels, because at least Mandy and I could eat if no one showed up. So we were okay with it. But it was crazy because we would have one that would have a great amount of turnout, and the next would have maybe 1 or 2 people, and then the next one would be nobody, and then we got into where we started doing the home parties, and it was amazing because the success was so much more consistent, because it was, I just truly believe that those people, it's like telling them, you have to have this many people, you need to get this many people. They're coming to your house. They're focused on them. And it kind of gives them that out or that excuse when it's a big meeting and there's, other ambassadors that are coming and guests, and they don't feel as pressured to get people to their home for you. This is my party, otherwise they're just coming to, which, like I said, I'm not discounting the big meetings at all, but it's more tailored to them. and it makes them kind of feel special.
And what's kind of funny is like people are nosy too. They want to know what your home looks like, especially when you're into home decor. Like, man, let me tell you, people want to know what your house looks like, so they should.
Especially in Utah. Yep. You guys have had great success with that. That's awesome. Yeah, and I think it's huge because it does, like you said, people want to come, they want to see what you're up to, you know, they just feel more comfortable coming there. And like I've told you guys before, I've had people go as far as just have barbecues, and they have invited the husbands, the kids, you know, they've hired one of the older kids to actually entertain the kids for 30 minutes to an hour while, you know, the moms are in there doing the Plexus stuff, you know, and you know, where you can just do anything, kind of like Emily. That's a great idea, Emily, on your bingo and just doing some fun stuff. Doing different things like that, you know, thinking outside the box is totally fun. I think that's awesome. And I think, you know, like Summer said, keeping it simple and easy too is key, because that's what's going to help that ambassador, that customer, if they're new or whatever, to feel comfortable with stepping out and doing it on their own too, and duplicating it. And I think that's the key. So, okay, cool. I like it, you guys. Well, I'll work on, unless anybody else has any questions or comments, I'll work on seeing what I can do for the form, so that way we have it too. For those of us that want to use it, we'll have them, or specific parties, or if it's there and there's somebody who wants to sign up, and then there's somebody who wants you to help them sign up. You know, you've got your options, so you can use them. And then I'll work on seeing what I can do on the presentation too, so that we have one at least set up that's simple, easy. That way, if you guys want to use it, depending on the party, depending on the, you know, the group of people that you've got. And don't forget about yourselves, you guys too. That's one thing, like Serena has a lot of them at her house still, and she'll invite her ambassadors and stuff too, but she still invites her people, her friends, her prospects. So don't forget about yourself too on doing one at your home and inviting people to come to your home to listen to it, because you can darn sure sit down, you know, and do that with your friends and family. But I'll look at all that stuff too for you guys. So, okay, anything else, you guys? That'll be good. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining me. And Summer, you can stop recording whenever.